how concerned are you both about the future flexibility of the UK labour market as it pertains to IR?
Well, very. I am worried, and just the case in point from this afternoon's call. Actually, the lady who was on before, sort of saying, "Well, I don't know whether to engage workers based in the UK." Well, that's so worrying because actually, the economy needs people to want to do business with people based in the UK. It doesn't surprise me, that concern, and I think it's potentially a valid concern. And I just think that the impact is way bigger than HMRC ever would have thought, and also the impact on people's individual finances and running their businesses and entrepreneurship, etc., etc. It's still a concern, and I just hope that things will move on and that we will find ourselves in a more positive place.
Completely agreed. And, thanks to the IR35 and a set of tax rules which have been uh, amended over time. We have a US entity here that is seeking to use UK-based GSEs and is querying because of the lack of clarity in the rules here. Do I really want to? Well, that's a worrying piece for us in terms of the future of work, but also it's just illustrative of how the UK government legislation IR35 has not uh, been geared to consider the impact of pandemic from home and fluid and global workforce. So again, that is another area whereby as they consider what they need to do with this, they need to really listen to organizations who are prepared to lobby and consult and inform and make them realize that actually the future of work is not anywhere close to 80+% of your working population being in a factory unit 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. It's just not. And consequently, having really quite old school tax and revenue principles and tweaking them, but not fundamentally changing them for the new world economy is no longer acceptable because it's going to have a bigger impact on the UK economy than anything else. And fundamentally, if you consider what this is all about, it's getting money into the exchequer first. Actually, step back, take a proper belt and braces review and approach to this, and come back with something a lot more meaningful and fluid, and that will chime with the future of work and what our business community is requiring. But the other element that, and I'll finish in this, is employers have not helped themselves sometimes by seeking to be really inappropriate with employee and employee rights. The inappropriate use of things like 0-hour contract workers, even hybrid working, work from home now, and post-pandemic working. We're seeing it all the time. Employers are not, it's like Snapchat. It's brilliant whenever it first comes on scene, but it can be used and abused. An awful lot of employers, unfortunately, are abusing their status and taking advantage of employees, workers, GSCs. That needs to be fixed as well. That's part of the answer. Yeah, I concur with both your analysis. I'm really concerned for the flexibility of the UK labour force. I agree with you. I don't think it reflects the new world of working or even the previous way of working. And my concern is, where does HMRC go next, right? What category of workers do they go after next? If they go big bang with IR35 private sector, are they going to focus on sole traders next? Are they going to go after and essentially look to tax sole traders at source, right? And that's a huge hidden workforce segment in the UK economy. It's essentially hiding in plain sight. Little is known about it. Little is known about the risks about it for the end users in particular. So I think we need to watch the space and see where it lands. But my suspicion is that HMRC are coming for that category next.